This one'll hit you right in your feelings. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 anime kisses.
Sonoshi, I love you.
For this list, we've chosen the kisses in anime that not only made fans lose their collective minds, but also had a huge impact on the series as a whole. As you might expect, each kiss is sort of a spoiler, so a lip lock spoiler alert is now in effect. Number 10. Kirito and Asuna, Sword Art Online.
Do you want me to get off you now?
You're fine right where you are.
When your life has literally become a video game, you're bound to try pursuing a romantic option sooner or later. For Kirito and Asuna, that moment comes after narrowly avoiding death when a fellow player tries to launch a sneak attack and slay Kirito.
The oldest trick in the book, and you fell for it, bitch!
Overcome with the shock of nearly losing each other, the two gamers finally share a kiss, leading to a romance that becomes the centerpiece for the rest of the series. This is also followed by the sudden decision to marry each other. We've heard of shotgun weddings, but this takes it to a whole other level.
We get married.
Number 9. Morita and Hagu, Honey and Clover. This one is just too cute for words. The small and very easily stressed Hagu is the object of affection for some of her friends, but it's the overly eccentric Morita that ends up taking the initiative. Following a day at a school festival, the two encounter each other in a park, where in a rather sudden display of affection, Morita wraps her tiny body in his scarf along with an accompanying kiss. The moment is as sweet as it is hilarious when Morita realizes exactly what he's done and ends up fleeing the scene. Number 8. Otani and Koizumi, Lovely Complex. We all have things we're insecure about, and height can certainly be one of them. Riza Koizumi and Atsushi Otani are two such people. Taller and shorter than the average Japanese girl and guy, their sensitivity about their stature initially causes them to get off on the wrong foot. Koizumi eventually starts falling for Otani the more time they spend together, and even confesses her affections towards him. While initially rejecting her, he realizes he's been harboring feelings for the girl double his height, which he manages to cement with a sudden kiss while fireworks fill the sky. Number 7. Kyon and Haruhi, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
What are you going to do with the SOS Brigade? You created it. Are you just going to throw it away?
It doesn't matter anymore. I'm having the strangest, most wonderful experience I've ever dreamed of having.
A lot of kisses on this list are just a way for two characters to finally admit their feelings. And while that's all well and good, none of them have had to share a kiss that saved the entire world. As Haruhi's time-space altering power activates, it's up to the unremarkable and powerless Kyon to restore the old world before everything collapses and they're literally crushed by a blue giant born of the reality shifts.
What about me? What does Haruhi Suzumiya mean to someone like me?
Following in the footsteps of Sleeping Beauty, the two share a kiss, which results in everything being restored. Not many people can say they've smooched God, but kudos to Kyon for a job well done. Number 6. Naruto and Hinata, The Last, Naruto the Movie. For those of you that supported the ship back in its infancy, you may rejoice in that the entirety of this movie revolves around Naruto and Hinata confessing their love for one another. After stopping the moon from plummeting into the earth, the two shinobi, after God knows how many years of waiting, finally declare that they love each other and share a kiss in a beautiful moment serenaded by moonlight. While we offer our sincere condolences to those that thought our favorite knuckle-headed ninja was going to end up with Sakura, this film's existence declares that Haruhina is explicitly canon.
日野だ。ナルト君。
Number 5. Kamina and Yoko, Gurren Lagann.
I need lots of power, especially today.
Yoko, you just watch my back.
Oh, Kamina, you were with us for such a short amount of time, but you truly were a heartthrob, and this scene proved that. On the night before a battle with the Beastmen, he's approached by Yoko, who warns him not to charge in and get himself hurt. To prove a point, the two share a passionate kiss, with the promise of a possible relationship following the battle.
I'll repay that 10 times over. Mark my words.
Unfortunately, that never comes to pass, since Kamina loses his life in the ensuing conflict, breaking both Yoko and our own hearts.
Kamina, I'm really looking forward to being repaid.
Right!
Number 4. Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask, Sailor Moon.
Princess, may I have this dance? Could be our last one.
For many Westerners growing up in the 90s, The Adventures of the Sailor Scouts was one of their first exposures to anime. Audiences were enthralled with the blooming romance between the unwitting heroine and the suave gentleman in the mask, who seemed to butt heads outside of battle. Very much fitting with the fairy tale tone of the show, these two share their first kiss at a ball.
We'll be happier than we ever were before.
While Serena may have had a little too much to drink, there are plenty of other kisses these two share as the series progresses. This is the spark that lit one of the most iconic romances in anime history.
仲直りしたみたいだね。そうね。
Number 3. Okabe and Kuritsu, Steins Gate.
俺はお前が好きだ。お前はどうなんだ？
言いますと？
聞いておきたいんだ。お前は俺のことをどう思ってる？
While a lot of entries on our list can be considered romantic and sweet, none are as heartbreaking as this one. After discovering a microwave that allows them to send messages and even memories to the past, these two scientists discovered that their actions cause various timelines to shift, resulting in the subsequent death of Okabe's childhood friend.
時間があっという間に流れていく。今だけはアインシュタインに文句を言いたい気分。ねえ岡部、時間は人の意識によって長くなったり短くなったりする。
However, in order to save her, they must return to a timeline where Kuritsu is murdered. With the impending tragedy of his choice, these two share a kiss together while declaring their love for one another. Despite the sci-fi fantasy premise, this moment is so organic and heartfelt that it's impossible not to choke up at least a little. Number 2. Ryuji and Taiga, Toradora.
She's so tiny, like a doll. And yet there's this intense vibe about her.
The gradual shift from enemies to lovers may be something of a tired old cliche, but there's no denying that this anime handles it beautifully. Taiga is short and adorable but has a fierce temper, while Ryuji is actually a pretty nice guy despite his intimidating aura.
OMG! It's Takashi the Thug and the Palm Top Tiger! Be quiet!
Palm top tiger? Oh, I see. The palm thing.
Needless to say, these two start off despising each other, but eventually form an unconventional truce as they attempt to set each other up with their respective crushes. As each of these fall flat, the dragon and the tiger eventually realize that they both harbor some pretty deep feelings for each other, resulting in one of anime's most enchanting kisses.
If we kiss, it'll probably hurt. A lot.
Well, did it?
Yeah, a little.
Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Hold up! It hurts a lot more than I thought it would. Please make this the last one.
Nani?
鮎沢が好きだから。
Number 1. Inuyasha and Kagome. Inuyasha, the final act.
I think I wanna touch him.
Ever since she first fondled his dog ears, we knew these two were destined to end up together. After finally defeating Naraku, Kagome finds herself trapped in a world of complete darkness, imprisoned by the Shikon Jewel unless she binds herself to its will.
Inuyasha will come for me. I believe in him.
In a desperate bid to save her, Inuyasha battles through seemingly endless hordes of demons without pause until he reaches her. Alone in the emptiness, the two finally share that eagerly awaited kiss that ends up freeing them, leading to a happily ever after that feels very much deserved. Seems every dog does have his day.
It's not an illusion.
Kagome.
Inuyasha, I wanted to see you.
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite anime kiss?
Choo!
With new top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to Ms. Mojo.
やった